Alright, welcome back. As you can see, I'll simply keep going. It's getting a little bit dark outside, so now the lighting should be a little bit different, but I think you can see it anyway. Yeah, I'll put the original here behind this so I can see both. Like, let's still look at the lines for the hair. This will be important later on, like where all the stuff comes to. Now first I'll focus on shadowing, and I have decided to go from now on already with the very soft pencil, so I won't use the hard one anymore. From now on, this one will use the white. First I want to cover the eyes, because like right now the eyes they are already looking good, I think, but if you look at the original, they are actually not white, they are gray, and then here is a brown, and here is a very good white thing, which I'll first do with the rubber, and then I'll use the white pencil again, just like with Eagle. And yeah, like then here we have really bright white spot. Here I've already went over with pencil, so here I can, if I now, yeah, like even if I would do it now, you could see the difference. Yeah, see how this turns out. And I think maybe we even only need 3 videos, because I will pause now, show you the result of the face, then I'll do the hair. I've already pre-painted them, or pre-drawn, like got an idea for how this will look. Obviously I have to get a good structure of every single hair that is here, every single hair part. So maybe we can do all of this in this video. Yeah, we'll see. No pressure. And alright, see you in a second. Alright, I did some progress. It's not reflected for a second. Like here are really dark spots. Like I love this pencil. Here also dark, and now what I'm doing right now is going over the whole hair parts, kind of figuring out where it needs to be dark, and I can still see like the lines I've put here, so I can very good orientate where to put what. Like right now I'm here, and I see that it's below the chin, like here, and now here's a dark part, for example, and then line until to this line, here again, and like you can see also how fast this is. And again, it's really not difficult. Like I'm simply pushing where it's darker, just like I simply look at it. That obviously from time to time you're not super precise, but it also doesn't need to be the exact same thing, because if you do it almost like it will look good anyway, and then you have your personal touch. Like you don't want to copy it 100%, you still want your own image, you know. And like now this doesn't look that good. What I do now is simply go over it with my finger, make it darker, give it all a little texture, because in the end I don't want here white, I want here gray and black and dark tones, so every color I add is positive, and then I can go over it again, restructure this. Yeah, that's basically it. I think I'll film now a little bit what I'm doing. Like here is a pretty tricky part, because here everything, as you can see, is pretty light, so here I basically only have to do like this. But when you do this, you see the pencil lines, and those aren't that nice. You don't want pencil lines on your image in the end. Here's pretty dark line though. Okay. And yeah, then here I'll go over in the very end with rubber and do like the hairlines with it. This will look good, just like with the eagle. There I also went with the rubber in the very end over it, and this created then the pretty cool looking light. Like here it needs to be pretty dark, because here like his hairs that are coming out of his things here, you know, these will be here. I can't see this area. Actually, I'm not using this that much anymore. I'm simply looking at where the hairs are, but I'm looking at this one, because here I can truly see how the hair is falling. Yeah, actually here, this one I will have to really focus on, because this looks very good. Like here he has this thing, and then a hair string goes down here, and this looks beautiful. This I will redo with the rubber, but this here I like very much. This looks good. And here I was talking about those hairs. Yeah. Okay, and then it goes all the way to the edge of the image with not that much lights. I can go over it with my finger, but I won't go everywhere here, because I want some light spots already now. And here doesn't need to go, like this region here is much darker than this side, so you know. Yeah, and he has a huge chunk around like this. Here and here are very dark tones actually, until here. Now I recheck if this is at the center line. This was the center line, I think, or this is the center line, and the hair goes over it actually, so I'm a little bit too low, and it needs to be up here. Yeah. Alright. Then the hair goes up here to around this line, actually to this, yeah, like this. And then he has from, yeah, this was why I put this diagonal, like here it's perfect now. From here, like those hairs, until here, spreading all the way up here, very wild. I mean, it's a white animal in the nature, so it's okay. Alright. That's good. Here he has a few. Here's a chunk. Alright. Yeah. Nice. Okay. This part needs to be darker. Here now much darkness like in this side, so that everything here is dark. Here it needs to be much and yeah. Alright, I think I'll pause again, show you what I'm doing, what I did then. But this is coming together again. Pretty happy again. Nice. Let's go. Alright, so as you can tell, I did the same strategy like with the eagle, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's getting dark, and obviously when I come with the rubber, this will give it like a nice texture, because it won't take this away, it actually will smear the dark spots, give it like a very nice texture. And then I'm not putting that much force on it, simply want it to flow and spread a little bit. And then I can also obviously, I won't do this now, but when I push very hard, then I take much away and make it very light, just like with the feathers of the eagle. I'm considering of doing this actually. For example here, like look at it now. What if I turn on the light? Yeah, like this you see it better. And I'm like, this is weird. In the video it looks good like this, but I can't see in reality. And when I turn the light on, then you can't see anything. It's a little dumb. But like, it's pretty same technique like with the feathers, and I have to pay attention then that in the end it looks like hair and not like feather. Because like actually I'm doing basically the same right now, so but as you can see, like if I go over this here, creating very cool looking mane. Yeah, I think I'll simply spread this more, and then hopefully, because the feathers of the eagle, I only put 1 or 2 lines of rubber per feather in the center part. If I do this everywhere here, it might actually look pretty good. In reality it looks better right now. This part here looks very cool right now in front of me. In the video it looks a little bit weird. Yeah, I think that's okay. I like it a lot. Here I can make this really dark. Here I'm not making that much force, putting that much force on it. I'm simply going over it. Here he has a very light line. One single like this. Oh yeah, this works very well. Oh, nice. This is good. This. And obviously I'm not recreating right now it perfectly, like these ones look different in the original. Like now it was again the moment when I had to go into the cold water and then like do it on my own, because like the effort is way too high to recreate it perfectly. You don't want this. You kind of want it obviously, but it's not worth it, because it looks good when you do it on your own. As you can see, like this looks good, even though it's not perfectly the same like in the original. I think I'll go with this one over here so that you can see it. Yeah. Coming together pretty good. obviously here it needs to be darker, and here I'm not done yet, but I think we can finish this in this video, like 15 minutes in. Like here I've, by the way, already tried something with the rubber. It looks good, but it's a little too light right now. And I can add this, but for now. Also here I already went with the rubber over it. Okay. Yeah, I think the thing is, on this side it doesn't need to be like this at this darkness. I kind of like this style, so I'm thinking about simply doing both sides looking the exact same. Because like if I have 4 images up there, 4 different animals, and one has the light coming from the right, and the other one has no light at all, and another one has had it from the left, it might look a little bit weird. So I'm considering of doing this side just like the left one. Maybe I can, because like this whole thing, like here, this is so light, it would look good, I guess, but it's coming straight down like this whole part. Not sure how I want to do this, because like this is pretty easy to do, but like here I would simply need thin lines, but those do not look good, I think, in my opinion. Like even right now it's almost at the tone of the original, but it's looking first I'll cover this here, giving it nice. Here you need to be brave and fast. Just go over it, give it texture, let it look like hair. Doesn't need to be perfect. Like the more chaotic you are in painting, then the easier you have it here, and the braver you are, obviously. Because like in the end you will look at the whole thing and you won't look, this is looking weird, this is looking weird, because it's a whole image and not, you're looking at the whole thing and not its small parts, you know. So now again, I really like using this rubber and doing this actually. Like eyes are still my favorite part, but this is also pretty enjoyable. Very satisfying actually. I can try to make, because like this needs to be very light here. And like basically the lighter it is, the harder, because the lighter the more of the pencil you will see actually. If you can see this in the video, but making this here really dark, this works very well. Not putting that much force on it, simply going over it and it's kind of spreading this dark gray. It's really well. Okay. If I already go over here like this bit too light. How does this look? I think that's too light. I prefer this side. This is hard decision again. I've rewatched the first video where I chose to switch the lion or to stick with the original, and it is really a hard decision. Like, write in the comments if you like the idea of swapping it or not, but I think it looks better like this. At least here it's very dark. Yeah, do it this way. We're at 21 minutes, so I'll pause again. And once you're back, I'll have this side exactly like this side. Then I'll go over again this part to make them a lot darker. Here it needs to be a lot darker. Here it's already pretty good, I think. Here I won't change that much. Here I can add a little bit more darkness. Actually, this part here is wrong. This part needs to be here, right? Yeah. Okay. See you in a second. Oops. Okay. Interesting. This strategy works perfect. As you can see, I'm getting darker than in the original, but I like it this way. Obviously I will have to make this and this part then also darker. So like the lighting needs, if I make this darker, then everything needs to go darker. But I'll leave those light accents here. So basically I'm swapping the light source a little bit. From the original it is more on the right, and I'll make it more from the front. This works well. The eye I've made smaller. Now it looks pretty much like the original. I had it was too big before, and I'm kind of thinking about if the distance between those eyes is okay. I think in the original it's slightly brighter, but maybe this is just me. But I think this line here is like more like this in the original. Yeah, definitely. Because if you look at this, if you put it like that, it's like in the original like this. Where's the mistake? There's something different. Like this line is up here, almost touching the center line. I could swap this a little bit, range it. It's also almost at this line. Can still see the line it did, which is here. Yeah, like the peak is too. It's here. Like there you have to be brave, because you could ruin your whole image just by a thought. But I want it to look good, and so I'm doing it. And I mean, if it looks bad, then you can use your rubber. So yeah. How about now? Is this okay? Yeah, better. Still not perfect, but I can live with that. Yeah, that was okay. Yeah. All right, 24 minutes in the video. Yeah, I have a few spots where I simply need to add more darkness. for example here, all the way. Here is much more darker, and down here, here. I've also thought about, after this series of those 5 or 6 images, that I might start drawing from photos, because I think I've never ever tried this actually, but I think that this strategy of using the lines, you know, works also with the photo, because like, well, why not? Obviously it's harder to redraw something from a photo than from something that is already drawn, like I'm doing right now. But like I could step up after this, because once I've done all 4, 5, 6 images, I've pretty good training again. As I've already said, I haven't done this since a while, but like now that I'm doing this, kind of getting used again to my pencils and the way I used to draw a few years ago. So yeah, here I have to pay attention that I'm not getting too dark. But I can, here I'll go with the rubber. This will be the favorite part in the end. This, like here, it looks much better in reality, trust me. Like, in the video you can't really see this, but I through the rubber it gives it a really cool texture. I'll do the same thing here now. I'll actually pause again and kind of squish this everywhere to make it dark, and then I'll use the rubber with you, because this is like a very cool looking process. Okay, see you in a second. Alright, so now I'm definitely darker than the original. But this is not that much of a deal, because I'll actually make it darker here again, because I have faith in the rubber that it will make it much lighter again. For example, here I didn't do that much darkness. I'm simply using my pencil. Basically I'm doing the same with the eagle, with the feathers. Making everything, giving it a texture. And now I'll go over it with you guys, with the rubber over it. Not making it white yet, simply adding darkness. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but makes it much darker, and it gives it a kind of nice texture. I don't know how to describe it. Not even in German. Yeah, but this is very cool. So when I go over here, can you see this in the video? Like, let's see this spot here. Very light. Oh yeah, like for example here I've made it lighter now accidentally, so whenever there's not enough pencil drawing on it, then it makes it lighter. In general this works very well. Alright, we are at 29 minutes. I would definitely want to finish it in this video. The first video only was like 19 or 20 minutes, so basically I could make this here 40 minutes, and then we are still, then it took less time than the eagle, which you wouldn't assume, I guess. I think the line is actually more impressive. Maybe it depends on the animal you paint as well. Like if I would have, I don't know, if I would paint a realistic spider, or I don't know, imagine an animal that is not that impressive, I think you wouldn't like the drawing. Even though it's realistic, you wouldn't like it. So It definitely plays a role in what animal you paint. Alright, now I'll go over it with the rubber and add like the texture of the hair. Yeah, nice. This is very cool, works very well. Yeah, like you can do the exact same thing. Like I've shown all important things. You can do literally this. You don't need any you need technique, but you don't need any talent or whatever. Like when friends are asking me how I'm doing this, and showing them like, or saying them that it's really not that hard, and obviously you won't believe this, but it really isn't. You need to be brave in a certain way, to be chaotic and to spam like the color on it and retry and use the rubber, and like that's definitely something that you need to get used to. Like you won't be brave in that context when you draw for the first time. Like I wasn't as well. But I'm drawing since I'm a little child, so I have much practice. But I think with these lines that I've put on in the computer and all the other techniques I've shown you, you can definitely recreate this. By the way, if you want, you can also tell me what to paint. Simply write it in the comments and kind of challenge me. Maybe I'll make a Discord or another communication way between us, because then you can show your drawings as well. Would be kind of fun, I think. But first I think the channel has to develop a little bit. Like this is like only the second picture, and I think after the 10th we might start building up a community, and then everything that follows after this we'll see. Yeah, but this makes it also much smoother. Like when after going over it with the rubber, you can't really tell that there were pencils. It all puts it together pretty well. And obviously, like up here, I'll leave the pencil. You can't even see this on camera, but in reality you can. But yeah, I really like this. "33 minutes, okay." Can't even see where I'm at right now. It's just using rubber. Time to time I'm putting force on it, from time to time simply squeezing it over. Kind of taking away all those small spots where a pencil used to be. Yeah. Here I don't like this spot yet. Here needs to be more. That wasn't intended, but in general. have to clean those fingerprints up. I'm not that happy with up here yet. In general, I think that's good. Okay, now I'll add some light in the face. This is a little bit risky because this you obviously see instantly, but I think it's necessary. How does this look? Okay. Alright, I guess. Yeah, why not? Okay. Yeah. Here it's pretty light. Also here. Then again over here. I've thought about using now this pencil, but basically, like for example here in the eye I used it, but it like this white and this white is the same, so there's really no point of using it now. I prefer in the original, like when I look at this, I don't like my version, so I'll try something by simply connecting those three. Oh, this is so good. Holy shit. I can literally shred through thick. And it works nice. Make it thinner in the edge. This? Yeah, it does not look like in the original, but I think that's okay. Maybe. How about here using the pencil actually? That works. Why not? Because it also had like here one. Yeah. Alright. I might consider fusing this actually. Here it needs to be much darker. Can I do it with this? No. Yes, I need the pencil again. Like here's a really dark line. Then over I'll use pencil again. There's one string here. One like this. Right. No, that's okay. Here. It's like, oh, my pencil is getting black. Like, is it here? It's over this V. Where am I? Is it like here? Yeah. This. Obviously I could do this with the rubber as well right now, but I kind of like it. Okay, that's okay. Then he has 3 strings around here. Considering of adding them as well. Let's start straight. Can Whoa. No, there's no way that I can go through. I think maybe by hitting. Yeah, well, not that heavy with it, but it's okay. I can live with that. Alright. Yeah, like here, up there, I have to. Oh, we are at 41 minutes. The time flies when you paint. I'll stop again, do the very last details, and then show you the end result. Alright, see you. Okay. I don't know how long I worked on it now, but definitely took some time. Here I focused a lot on, because I have no idea how this is possible, but like this here was like up here and I didn't see it, so now it's good. I'm looking constantly on my screen and comparing those two in the record in OBS. Like, this is perfect to compare, and you have to realize that it's like looking like this, you know, so like because the camera is on the right of the picture, so you like this is far away and this is closer to you, so you know. But I'm pretty happy with it. It went well. Down here I've experimented with the white one. I've simply added many layers of it, and here those hairs I did also with it. They are a little bit thick, I don't like it that much, but yeah, I think I can live with that. And yeah, also here the hair part. Here, interesting idea. I kind of, because I thought it would look too much like feathers from the eagle, I kind of tried to, I don't know, connect and take something away, like, yeah, can't really tell where the hair is floating. So, like, nice curves here. From time to time it gets a little bit feathery, but all in all, pretty happy with it. Yeah. Well then, I'd say to clean it up. Up here, like my fingers. Lul. By the way, I also went away and looked from far behind. As recommended, you should do this as well, because you kind of get an idea where you're at and what you still have to do, etc. So definitely take from time to time, pause and kind of look at where you're at. I ate something and then I came back and then I realized this with the head, it's like completely wrong. Yeah. Time to time you have to change your perspective or whatever to kind of realize things you haven't realized before. Wow, what a wise sentence. And just like with the eagle, not necessary to take that much away from here. Like, all the orientation lines are now covered by layers. Obviously you don't want the orientation lines like too. Oh shit, now I'm having I can't touch it with my fingers. The orientation lines, you don't want to make them too thick, obviously, but if you make them like decent, then you won't see them through, especially when you add that much like I did. If you don't add that much, you might have to recover it, but I think that works. yeah, that's it. 45-minute video. Alright. I'll add my name. I had to clean up the pencil from time to time. Here. Hope that it's right now. Because like if I go over the black areas, then the white pencil gets black as well. Not that cool. Phew, this stinks. Oh, I think it's getting empty. Maybe this was the last picture with it. Hope it lasts for the signature. Yeah. Cool. Alright, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking with me. I think it was worth it because like with those images you also learn much, I guess. And no, it looks good and it's really not that hard. Like you've seen how I did it and that it's yeah, it's definitely doable. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned, take care, don't get corona, etc. And yeah, I think in the next days I'll do the monkey and the bear and the Mandalorian Star Wars picture. And if you don't want to miss this, then feel free to check those out as well. And nice evening. Bye bye. Till the next time. Ciao ciao.